Good evening. This is All India Radio, and I'm Tanvi Taneja with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talks with new Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohamed Solih in Malé. Both leaders pledge to renew close bonds of friendship and cooperation. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling for the first phase of Panchayat elections concludes peacefully. Campaigning for second and last phase of Chhattisgarh Assembly elections ends tomorrow, polling on Tuesday. Election Commission reviews preparations for assembly polls in Rajasthan. Centre to release e-commerce policy in near future, says Commerce and Industry Minister Suresh Prabhu. Relief and rescue operations in the cyclone-affected areas of Tamil Nadu continue as death toll goes up to 33. And in cricket, India wins the toss and elects to bat against Australia in the ICC Women's World T20 in Guyana. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a high-level meeting with the new Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohamed Solih during his short visit to Malé today. Both the leaders agreed on the importance of maintaining peace and security in the Indian Ocean and being mindful of each other's concerns and aspirations for the stability of the region. The two leaders expressed their unwavering commitment and support for increased cooperation in combating terrorism both within the region and elsewhere. The two leaders expressed confidence in the renewal of the close bonds of cooperation and friendship with the election of Mr. Solih. Prime Minister Modi assured President Solih of India's firm commitment in assisting Maldives to achieve sustainable social and economic development. Mr. Solih welcomed and thanked Mr. Modi for visiting his country to participate in the presidential inauguration ceremony. The two leaders expressed confidence in the renewal of the close bonds of cooperation and friendship with the election of Mr. Solih. More from our correspondent.
Maldivian President briefed PM Modi on dire economic situation facing the country, and Mr. Modi assured all help to new government in meeting its pledge to the people of Maldives. PM Modi welcomed the expanding opportunities for Indian companies to invest in different sectors for mutual benefit. The two leaders also agreed for facilitating easier visa procedures, recognizing that nationals of both countries travel extensively between the two nations. Both leaders also agreed on importance of peace and security in Indian Ocean region. Mr. Solih accepted PM Modi's invitation for a state visit to India, and Maldives Foreign Minister will be visiting India this month in this regard. With Saubhagyakar, this is Santosh Kumar for AIR News from Malé.
On the sidelines of the swearing-in ceremony, Mr. Modi also interacted with former Maldivian presidents Abdul Gayoom and Mohamed Nasheed, who were seated next to him. President Ramnath Kovind will be on a week-long state visit to Vietnam and Australia. He will leave for Vietnam tomorrow morning. The President's visit is part of India's continuing and growing engagement with countries in the Indo-Pacific region under its Act East policy. India and Vietnam have strategic comprehensive partnership and deep civilization linkages. This will be the President's first visit to an ASEAN country since he assumed office. In the second leg of his tour, he will visit Australia, which is a strategic partner of India. This is the first ever visit by any Indian president to Australia. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling for the first phase of Panchayat elections concluded peacefully this afternoon. The elections are being held in 9 phases across the state. In Jammu division, polling was held in 29 blocks of 7 districts today. In the first phase of polling, 85 Sarpanch and 1,676 Panch have been elected unopposed. Voting took place on the remaining 420 Sarpanch and 1,845 Panch seats, for which 5,585 candidates were in the fray. More from our Jammu correspondent.
4 blocks of Udhampur district recorded about 84% polling, followed by 81% in 2 blocks of Kathua district. 4 blocks of mountainous Doda district recorded 80% polling, while over 78% polling was recorded in 2 blocks of Rajuru district. In border district Poonch, people came out in large numbers, and the 2 blocks of the district witnessed over 76% polling. In Ramban district, over 75% polling was recorded in Ramswa and Khadi Panchayati blocks. In 5 blocks of Kishtwar district, about 75% polling was recorded. However, according to District Election Officer, Kishtwar, record, percentage figure will increase as details about the polling for some remote areas has not been received so far. R.K. Rana for AR News from Jammu.
In the Kashmir region, polling was held in 16 blocks spread over 6 districts of Central and North Kashmir. An overall 64.5% voter turnout was recorded in Kashmir division. The Election Commission office is yet to release the final figures. In Srinagar, the voter turnout was 21.8%, Budgam 30.14%, Kupawada 70%, Baramulla 69.1%, and in Bandipora district it was nearly 56.2%. In Leh district of Ladakh region, polling was held in all the 6 blocks of the district. Our correspondent reports that 12 of the 32 panchayats spread over the 6 blocks have been already declared unopposed. Election was held in only 20 panchayats in the first phase today. In Leh district, there are 95 panchayats and polling will be held in 3 phases. The statistics from the districts suggested that in Leh it was 60% and 77.7% in Kargil. The second phase of polling is scheduled to be held on November the 20th. In Chhattisgarh, with just 1 day left for the electioneering, campaigning for the second phase of assembly elections is at its peak now. 72 constituencies are going to polls in this phase on Tuesday. Senior party leaders are wooing the electorate. More from our correspondent.
BJP President Amit Shah today addressed election rallies at Pathalgaon, Kharasia and Thamtari. He said during last 15 years, BJP government had done all over development of Chhattisgarh. On the other hand, addressing 3 election rallies in Chhattisgarh today, Congress President Rahul Gandhi said that Chhattisgarh state is rich in resources, but the people of this state did not get its benefits. Tomorrow is the last day for campaigning for second phase. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is scheduled to address an election meeting at Mahasamund tomorrow. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
The Election Commission has expressed satisfaction over the preparedness for Rajasthan Assembly polls. On the second day of its visit to the state today, the Commission, headed by Chief Election Commissioner O.P. Rawat, held a meeting with senior officials including Chief Electoral Officer, Chief Secretary and Director General of Police in Jaipur to review the poll preparations. Interacting with media persons in Jaipur this afternoon, Mr. Rawat said all the required preparations have been completed to ensure free and fair polls in the state. He said special arrangements have been made for the differently abled voters.
राज्य के सभी विधानसभा निर्वाचन क्षेत्रों की सभी 51,963 मतदान केंद्रों पर पहली बार इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वोटिंग मशीन के साथ वीवीपैट मशीन भी इस्तेमाल की जाएगी। मतदाता सहायता बूथ स्थापित किया जाएगा ताकि हर मतदाता को जो भी सुविधा चाहिए हो, जो भी जानकारी चाहिए हो, वो उपलब्ध करा दे।
Meanwhile, several senior leaders, including Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje, Rural Development Minister Rajendra Rathore and Higher Education Minister Kiran Maheshwari, filed their nomination papers today. Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said that the BJP government in Madhya Pradesh has changed the agenda of politics and governance in the state. Mr. Jaitley was speaking today after releasing the BJP's manifesto ahead of the November 28th Assembly elections in Madhya Pradesh. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Union Finance Minister Arun Jaitley also defended demonetization, saying it was a highly ethical move and not a political one. The Finance Minister said demonetization has increased the tax return filing. His statement comes a day after Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Congress President Rahul Gandhi engaged in a war of words during the respective election rallies over the decision. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Telangana, Pradesh Congress Committee President Uttam Kumar Reddy, BJP former President G. Kishan Reddy and N.T. Rama Rao's granddaughter Suhasini are among the eminent persons who filed their nominations today. Our correspondent has more.
The election campaigning by various political parties and the candidates is slowly picking up in Telangana, that is going for assembly elections on 7th of next month. Though the main political parties like Congress and TDP are yet to announce the candidates for a few seats, most of the declared candidates have filed their nomination papers and focusing on their campaigning. The deadline for filing nominations left for only a single working day, while tomorrow is a holiday. Meanwhile, almost all major parties including TRS and Congress are facing the heat of the dissidents following several aspirants did not get their party tickets. Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website news.air.nic.in. Union Minister for Commerce and Industry, Suresh Prabhu, today informed that the government will release the e-commerce policy in the near future. He was addressing an award function in Mumbai today. He said the policy, which was initially drafted by industry stakeholders, is currently awaiting clearance from the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. The Union Minister also informed that the government is creating sub-national ease of doing business parameters, which will be measured at the district level because that is where the local industries are flourishing. In Tamil Nadu, the death toll due to the recent cyclone has gone up to 33. Addressing a press meet in Salem today, Chief Minister Edappadi K. Palaniswamy said the victims include 11 women and 2 children. An assistance of 10 lakh rupees each has been announced for the families of those who died due to the cyclone. More from our correspondent.
Over 10,000 staff of the state DISCOM are replacing about 30,000 damaged electric poles and restoring more than 100 substations in the cyclone-ravaged coastal districts. The state administration has said most of the key roads are cleared of fallen trees and broken branches to restore transportation. Besides local ministers from the affected districts, 5 more ministers have been deployed to oversee relief measures. Opposition DMK leader M.K. Stalin today visited Nagapattinam that has been battered by the cyclone, and Chief Minister Edappadi K. Palaniswamy is visiting tomorrow. Jai Singh, AR News, Chennai.
In Jharkhand, women in rural areas are being trained about new methods for use of bioinsecticides and other biomethods in agriculture to increase the farm products. Here is a ground report from our Ranchi correspondent.
In Jharkhand, groups of rural women are coming forward to increase quality and productivity of agriculture. In Itkori block of Chatra district, State Livelihood Promotion Society is giving training to women to increase farm productivity and preparation of organic insecticide. One among them is Kiran Devi, who narrated her experience.
बहुत सारा कीड़ा मकोड़ा लगता है, खेती हो नहीं पाता है. किस हालत से खेती हम बचा सकते हैं, वो लोग हम लोग सीख रहे हैं और भैया लोग सिखा रहे हैं. सीख गए हैं खेती बाड़ी में सब कीड़ा मकोड़ा पहचान रहे हैं कि कौन कीड़ा खेती के बचाता है, धान के बचाता है, दवा छिड़काने के लिए सीख रहे हैं.
Manoj Kumar Yadav, who is Program Manager of Jharkhand State Livelihood Promotion Society, told us that women in rural areas are being trained for organic farming and organic insecticides, which are showing good results.
गांव में इनकम बढ़ाने के ऊपर जो बात हो रही है और साथ साथ में जो पेस्ट और डिजीज मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर जो दवाइयों का प्रयोग हो रहा है, उसमें जितना नुकसान हो रहा है उसको कम करने के लिए हम लोग जैविक तरीके से कैसे कंट्रोल कर सके, उसके ऊपर ये हमारा 3 दिन का ट्रेनिंग है, जिसके लिए ग्रुप की दीदी लोगों को बुलाया गया है जो गाँव में खेती बाड़ी के काम देखती हैं. तो इसमें पूरा इनको सिखाया जा रहा है कि किस तरह से हम लोग जैविक विधि से कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं.
It is clear that efforts of central and state government for increasing the farmers' productivity are showing good results on ground. Rajesh Sinha, AIR News, Ranchi.
In cricket, India was 75 for 2 in 9.2 overs against Australia in a Group B match of the ICC Women's World T20 in Providence, Guyana a short while ago. Earlier, Indian captain Harmanpreet Kaur won the toss and elected to bat first. India made 2 changes, bringing in Anuja Patil in place of Mithali Raj, who is unwell, and replacing Mansi Joshi with Arundhati Reddy. Australia, on the other hand, brought Taylor Vlamik in place of Georgia in their only change to the playing 11. Both the teams have already made it to the semi-finals after winning all the 3 matches so far. And Indian boxer Sonia Lathe today cruised into the pre-quarterfinals of the IBA Women's World Boxing Championships being held at the Indira Gandhi Sports Complex in New Delhi. On day 3 of the tournament, Sonia defeated Thi Doua of Morocco 5-0 in the 57 kg women's featherweight category. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talks with new Maldivian President Ibrahim Mohamed Solih in Mali. Both leaders pledged to renew close bonds of friendship and cooperation. In Jammu and Kashmir, polling for the first phase of Panchayat elections concludes peacefully. Campaigning for second and last phase of Chhattisgarh Assembly elections ends tomorrow, polling on Tuesday. Election Commission reviews preparations for Assembly polls in Rajasthan. Centre to release e-commerce policy in near future, says Commerce and Industry Minister Suresh Prabhu. Rescue and relief operations in the cyclone-affected areas of Tamil Nadu continue as death toll goes up to 33. And in cricket, India wins the toss and elects to bat against Australia in the ICC Women's World T20 in Guyana. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.